Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. I know it's kind of a later stream than I normally like to do. Had a rather busy day, so I got kind of a late start. I just posted a video right before I went live too. So if you want to learn some really exciting new news, go ahead and check out that video as well. It is the Lego bricking news video. Hello Briley Bates and Brick Sergeant. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. This will be a bit of a brief live stream tonight. I will probably only stream for maybe an hour and then I'm going to call it quits, but I wanted to at least get on and try and maintain my daily streaming. And I am picking up right where I left off. I am still working on bag number 8 for those that are not aware. This is bag number 8 for the new hotel Lego set. And it is a amazing looking Lego set in my opinion so far. And I love the colors that are on this particular set. They are just absolutely amazing. Briley Bates, hello. I hope you guys are all having a great night. So far, my night is going pretty well, I have to say. And, I was going to put that on wrong. There we go. Hello, Adam 2004. Brick Loot, he says, holy moly. Yeah, I know, I'm on late, ain't I? That's probably the boss telling me I'm coming in. I'm going to be in the doghouse tonight. Watch. I'll probably be in the doghouse tonight. I know, isn't that weird that they both look quite a bit similar? It's very odd. I think they're twins is what it actually is, Blinky Bricks. And thank you so much. Brick Sergeant just donated $2, and again, that is awesome of you, friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kip Hoffman, you are never late, buddy. I just literally signed on. So you only missed a few minutes. I literally just posted that video and then popped on real quick. I actually have more information than that, but I'll be perfectly honest, I was a bit rushed making that video, so I will try and make another video as I clear up, because I got a lot of information about that merger today, and I just tried to get a little bit of bricking news out tonight because it was such a quick news thing that kind of developed so quickly for a lot of different people. Steve, how are you? And Lego Joe. Go Joe. I know you're not G.I. Joe, but hey, I love G.I. Joe. Hopefully, like I said, you guys are all having a good night. I intend on streaming until probably at least 10 o'clock. So kick back, chill, watch me build, talk a little. Let's have a little fun. Let's do what we can do. Let's do our Lego thing. And get down to building. I am shocked at how long, and I know I said this to a lot of my members yesterday about ND Bricks. I'm getting stories mixed in my head. What I was going to say is I'm shocked at how long Lego's orders have been taking me lately. And then I wanted to also mention for anybody that's looking for parts to check out ND Bricks on Bricklink because they're having a really good sale right now. It is an amazing movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really liked it a lot. I felt they did a lot of justice to the original cast and crew. I really liked the very end. I don't know if you stayed and watched, because there's a couple little clips, if you stayed and watched after kind of the credits there, that were pretty interesting. And I don't want to really talk about them too much because there are some people here that I'm sure that have not have it or seen it. And I don't want to have any spoiler alerts, kind of, so to speak. And ruin it for those that are still waiting. I like to give it at least a good month or two for a movie to be out before I will officially talk about it, because I don't like to spoil anybody's fun when it comes to going to the movies, because I know I always hate it when somebody will come up and tell me, oh, I just saw such and such movie and did it, and it's like, dude, you're ruining it. You're killing me, Smalls. It's what you want to say to people anyway when they start telling you or spewing information about a certain movie. No, it didn't change my sleep patterns. I am already tired, but I am trying to keep my method of madness going in the aspect of trying to stream every single day. So I figured, you know what, it's better late than never. I did take a shower earlier already, though, because normally what I do is I'll quit at 9 o'clock and then I'll go run in the house, take a shower, and then hop in bed. So I've already showered so I don't have to have all my prep time for bed. I can just go straight into the house, jump in my PJs, and hop right in bed. So that's why I figured heck with it. I'm just going to, after I do this, I'm going to run straight in the house and go to bed. But anytime I'm off, I will say that my sleep pattern does get a little wonky. But I have been back. Today was my third day back to work. So it, just, you got to do what you got to do. And like I said, I said I'm going to start trying to stream every day. And I am trying to keep with my word and stream every single day. Even if it kills me. Literally. Brick through it. You got it, my man. We are bricking through it. The best that I can. And why does that look wonky? Because I put a brick where it shouldn't be. The brick has gone where no brick should have gone before. There we go. Now we got it down. There we go. Now it makes a little more sense. Shadow Cow Moo, hey, how are you? Moo Moo. And hello, Joshua Long Photography. I hope you're doing well tonight. And where is that other piece? Here we go. And there's my little friend. He always loves to say hi during my streams and make a lot of noise. Although I've had a lot of people tell me here lately that they really can't hear my little friend so much like they used to, which I think is a good thing. Hey, Raven. I swear to God, I'm blind as a bat when it comes to seeing brown on these instructions. I always have to take my glasses off, slam the book all the way right in my face just so I can see what the heck they're trying to explain. I'm already liking the design I'm seeing with this particular little bookcase, bookshelf, if you want to call it that. Closet, if you will. Armoire, I guess, would be another really good one. And Brett Ucker, thank you so much, Brett. I really appreciate that. Brett just donated $10, and good evening to you, my friend, and thank you so much for that very kind and generous donation. I really, really, truly do appreciate it. That is awesome of you. Bricklink says his cat is preventing him from building his skyscraper. I can tell you personally that I would not want a cat messing around any skyscrapers, because I've seen in the Bricklink, or in our Discord, I should say, how demolitious or devastating, or what's the word I'm looking for? Destructive, I guess would be the best word. Them cats can be around your Lego sets. Oh my goodness. I even saw a video once, and I don't remember whose it was, where they had the Millennium Falcon and their cat had knocked that down. I thought, oh my God, the cat's lucky to be alive. Yeah, it's like I said, it's really hard to see. And TakeMan02, hey, how are you? He says he has the same issues with the brown, so at least I'm not alone. I'm in good company. And CC says, good evening, all, and how are you, my friend? And Brick Sergeant says, Daryl, I got the modular done. It's not a bad build, and I might try to get one or two more as I can. When you say you got the modular done, I'm trying to remember which modular set it was you just recently got. Was it the bookshop? It's the bookshop, wasn't it, that you just built? And it's a great set. I have to say, though, I'm loving the techniques I'm seeing in this. Techman says malicious is the word I should be looking for. Yes, I've never been much of a cat person myself. I do think cats are very interesting. My problem with cats is quite simply this. I have horrible allergies. And cats really, really make my allergies go nuts. I love to see cats and see some of the crazy things that they do, but I just personally don't have them myself. I can't even have large dogs, quite simply because of the pet dander. It causes me issues with breathing and whatnot. And what is amiss with this? because they're making it look like it should be even. And in my pictures, it is not even at all. Let me go forward just ahead, just a step or two. Yeah, it should be even. So why are mine short? That's why mine are short. I am not putting one plate in. That would help. It always helps when you follow the instructions. There we go. Now we are cooking with Crisco. Grumpy J, hello, hello, sneaking in for a few minutes and still at work. Do not get in trouble, my friend. But I totally feel you on wanting to get a little peeky peek while at work. Helps pass the time a little bit better. I do know that. Do know that. See, I thought, okay, the bookshop. So that's what I thought. That is a really good set to modify, Brick Sergeant. What makes that such an amazing set to modify is quite simply, and what am I doing? Why that? Boy, I'm just struggling with a bunch of stuff tonight. 1, 2, 1, 2, do. Well, why is it this one went together so well? I guess it's just my hallucinations. I thought that one went to apparently not. But the thing I was going to say that's good about that Brick Sergeant is quite simply because it's on two 16 by 32 plates. It's really easy to take that building, in my opinion anyway, and modify it out to a full 32 by 32 plate for the bookshop itself. And then me personally, when I do decide to modify that, what I would do is take the house portion and pretty much leave it the same size. I think the houses look really good at that size. So that would be my personal preference with modifying that, is just making the bookstore bigger if I did anything, and then leaving the houses alone. But again, that's just my preference. Everybody is definitely different. And Pete Wadja says that was really good news on the online Pick-A-Brick. You know, what I'm confused about, I shouldn't say what I'm confused about with that, is my concern with Lego changing the online Pick-A-Brick store and the Bricks and Pieces store is quite simply this. I have yet to see anything that Lego has done with their online websites that was successful. And I'll give you prime examples. Example number one, and these are some very recent examples. The new video sets, that was a complete failure because they could never get those things working. The hidden side sets, they had an online feature, playability feature for those, and they could never keep that really working very smoothly, even though the sets seemed to be selling fairly well. And I'll tell you something, probably, I want to say it was around 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, when they did the big change on the... Told you I'm going to be in the doghouse tonight. When they did the big change to the website, because the website to me used to be a lot more fluent. It used to function a whole lot better than the way they have it set up now. And they never had, at least in my experience, from when I always purchased Lego in the past, with the previous website, they never had the crashes and problems like they do today. And ever since they've started with the new website, it's just been horrendous. At least, again, that's just my personal opinion. But I have never seen Lego make any changes to any of their online programs, software, whatever, that to me worked out for the better. So I'm very optimistic about the changes. But some of the news that I am happy to hear about is quite simply the fact that they're going to be streamlining, for lack of a better word, the parts prices. Because I know that's something that a lot of people have complained about, even I myself. And why is it so many different pieces, so many of the same piece are a different price just based on color. So it's nice to hear some of the changes that are going to be happening, but at the same time, I'm a little skittish about some of the changes that I'm hearing. But it's all happening this year, and it sounds like they're rolling it out pretty daggone fast. So we can all expect to see all these changes happening extremely soon. The Smurf glass brings back memories. Yeah, I already sucked all the pop down that was in it, but as everything that I do and I like, it's 80s. And this is definitely, this is Smurf. So you got Handy Smurf, and then you got that was Dopey. I don't remember what those guys are because they're not doing anything specifically, but Handy was the focus on this particular one. But I have several of these. I think one of them is even Smurfette, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, you got the cat, Azriel. Because I'm sure everybody here, at least if you're older like I am, you probably remember all these awesome cartoons from when we were little, and that was one of those amazing cartoons that I used to like to watch. Eccentric Bricks, how are you, my friend? Whiskey Shred says, man, I used to have almost all the original Smurfs as a kid. Used to buy them from the gas stations. I didn't know that they sold them in gas stations. When you say you used to have all the Smurfs, are you talking about the glasses themselves, or are you talking about the actual Smurfs? I know something, this was when my kids were little, and I know my wife wishes she would have bought them now, but unfortunately they're no longer around. But they had came out, it was about 7 or 8 years ago, with a collection of Smurf houses. This is when Toys R Us was still open. And man, they had some really cool sets. Because they had Papa Smurf's house and all that, Smurfette's house, Grumpy's house, Handy's house. And they were just really cute, detailed. They were about yay big, and it was, each one was a little mushroom, which is how all their houses were, is these little mushrooms. And the thing was, is our kids really didn't have any interest in the Smurfs, and I kept telling my wife that she should probably get those, but her thing was, is why get that? It'll just sit and collect dust, and I understood that, but they were very, very, very unique, I guess is the point that I was saying, and I myself, personally kind of wish that I would have got some of those, because they were very cool. And who doesn't like a little bit of memorabilia from your kid, from your youth, you know what I mean? Steve says, it's also good that they are setting up distributions in the United States. That, I'm hoping, is going to be the big help. But here's where I'm a little confused by that. Because they've always had a distribution center in the United States. Just my understanding was they didn't have a part distribution in the United States. So what I'm assuming is that the distribution center that they already have in the United States is what is going to be basically doing the part ordering. To me, the most interesting part of the news was the fact that they're expecting to guarantee the expeditious service of processing the orders. That is, to me, the most interesting part about it. And they're going to accomplish that quite simply, like you were saying, by having the distribution center here in the United States. My understanding is we are going to be us in Canada are going to be the wheelhouse that they roll it out on, and then they're going to be closely watching it. And as long as everything is going well, then they're going to start doing like the UK and places of that nature for the rollout of the new system. So all we can do is hope and pray that it actually goes well. And I forgot a piece again on this one, because that's all we can do with Lego. It's we are at their mercy. It is their product. But I'm trying to be optimistic, although, like I said in the past, a lot of the times I've not been too impressed with when they roll out new stuff. It's kind of like, something I didn't talk about or make a news video about, but this is an interesting topic to discuss as well. I don't know how many people have heard about the new subscription plans they are planning on coming out with. Those, to me, sound very interesting. Because one of the key things that I know a lot of people is focusing on with that new $5 a month subscription plan is that it's going to give you the ability the ability to purchase old discontinued sets. They did not say what sets that you would be able to purchase. Now, the reason that a lot of people are extremely excited about that news as well is because automatically, of course, everybody's first thought and instinct is, hey, if they're going to do that and I can purchase old retired sets, I can get a cafe corner, I can get the firehouse, I can get the green grocer, and I can get them at an affordable price. And it's like I keep telling everybody, I really, really don't recommend you holding your breath on that, because what I see them, and this is just my feelings, my thoughts, my personal opinion, I see the sets that they will be offering for sale will be, in my opinion, it'll be old retired sets, but it'll be the old retired sets that they never really had a good sale run with anyway, and they were discontinued and never could get them off the shelves, and they're probably still stuck in their warehouse somewhere. I'll give you a really good example. Some of the Lego 2 movie sets, were very poor for sales, and they discontinued or discounted the daylights out of them, both on the Lego website and in stores. Those are personally what I think you can expect to see a lot of. In macro bricks, buddy, how the heck are you, my friend? He said, what, buy old stuff? Yeah, that's what they're claiming, that you can buy old retired sets. But here's my personal opinion on it. That's what I was just trying to kind of spew out there, is I personally feel it'll be old retired sets that really nobody wanted to begin with. Again, just my thought, just my opinion. I could be wrong on that specific thought process, but that is personally my feeling on it. That's what I expect to see. I want to be optimistic about it, and I will be the first to admit that when they roll out that new subscription plan, I will be one of the people that will be purchasing that subscription. So I can give first-hand information to anybody that is interested anyway, as to regards of the type of things that you can expect to see. So I'm hoping it's better than what I think it is, but again, that's just how I see it, because I don't feel, and again, this is just kind of my thought and opinion, I don't feel that they're going to re-release old sets like the Greengrocer and such. Now, what I can see them doing is finally possibly making that part available at some point. As we all know, the most valuable part on that, with this new Pick-a-Brick and whatnot combination of sites, I think you can expect to see some newer parts being offered on the online Pick-a-Brick sites. That is where my optimism is I expect to see more parts being offered. The official word that I got is they're going to be focusing on 1,500 different unique pieces that they are going to be selling on the new Pick-a-Brick, and I'm just going to call it the new Pick-a-Brick site, because Bricks and Pieces is going to be no more. And thank you again so much for the second donation, Macro. That's very kind of you. Macro's trying to make it rain, I see. Thank you for the $5 again, Macro. And he goes on to say, too bad. I'd pay $1,000 a year to have access to buy any discontinued sets. And like I said, I could be wrong. I mean, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just, like I said, it's kind of my take on it, my feeling on it, where I think they're going to go with it. But I could be wrong. I mean, they might roll out some amazing new system, but I'm cautiously optimistic about it being something that we all want. But again, like I said, I will be personally signing up for that when they do roll it out, because I'm curious firsthand to see all the different awesome things they're supposed to be doing, because there's supposed to be a lot of different things. I know they're even going to be offering, my understanding, oops. Thank you, Macro, for the $2 donation. I do know they're supposed to also do, and this is something they've never done before, so I'm excited about this one. They are supposed to be bringing out a mini Pick-a-Brick, we're going to call it. It's going to be part of the new Pick-a-Brick system. I forgot the exact term they used to describe it, but you're going to be able to actually build minifigures online and order them. So I think that is something that's beyond awesome to see that occurring. And holy crap, dude. And thank you, Dusty Bricks. He said, we need more likes. Whiskey Shred says, no more bricks and pieces. What? No more bricks and pieces, buddy. Watch my official video that I just launched before I did the live stream, and that gives you all kinds of information. And Macro's just going great. Macro's hitting all kinds of buttons. Thanks again for thanks for the rain, Macro. Let me say it that way, because you just keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. Sorry, my finger. $2. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate that, buddy. Tyler Chizzy was saying, so basically they're going to make you pay more money for just a chance to buy the garbage. That's, I don't want to say that's exactly what it is, but we will see once they roll it out, is basically all I can say. Now his finger must, I have to slowly read them one at a time here as they're going. Have. And I really do appreciate that, Macro. That is freaking awesome of you, dude. You always did have a knack for a unique way of making sure you did donations. Hey, Paul Bot, how you doing, man? Slipped. There's the end of the message. And again, thank you so much, Macro. That's very kind of you, buddy. You are awesome, dude. You should save some of that and go get you some more bling, my man. We all know you love your bling. Get you another necklace here soon. Again, though, I do appreciate that, buddy. That's super awesome of you. Very, very awesome of you, to say the least. I should actually, you know what? I should start doing streams where I just discuss with people my thoughts and opinions. People, I'm sure, obviously will. And Bricklink says, "Oh crap." Yeah, I know. Like I said, Macro is making it rain. We've got, and I have to, let's see, let me look at this again. We have, holy crap, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 donations from Macro in a row. How awesome is that? You can't ask for a better support unit than that. That's very kind of you, Macro. And for those that don't know it, and I'm going to give them a plug for that, make sure you go check out Macro Brick's channel, because he has a YouTube channel and he does some really awesome mocks too. So if you get a chance, go check out Macro and help him get more bling. How's that, Macro? And I know that's not what you're doing it for, but I figure I can at least throw that your way too and hopefully get you some more subscribers, buddy. Yeah, like a question and answer kind of stream, or just people's thoughts stream on, you know, it's like, what do you guys think about the new Pick-a-Brick system? Do you, I mean, are you more optimistic than I am? Do you think it'll be better? It's like I said, I know my views are down about it. But I'm still going to check it out. I'm still going to be very interested in looking into it. I'll tell you something else, though, just that I looked into. All these parts that I'm using to build this particular set, as we all know, these are new. Has anybody checked out the prices on Bricklink? There's only 8 sellers so far for the flesh brick, and the cheapest person, I think, is 99 cents a piece for the flesh brick. And the most expensive person, I think, is $4. And to me, and this is just my opinion, I think people are getting a little ahead of themselves, pricing these parts that high already, and I think it's a bit ridiculous. To me, that's a bit excessive of gouging, but I think you're going to see the prices level out if this becomes, and I'm sure it's going to become, in my opinion, a mainline piece in a new color. Those prices will slowly come down. But I was quite surprised at how many people I've seen already marking the price of these new parts through the roof on Bricklink. It's absolutely absurd, the few people that are selling them already. Well, I do agree with you, Macro, and here's why. And it's like I just said in that video that I posted, quite simply, because they already said they're going to be changing the prices. And I'm sure, I don't know how many people have actually been paying attention or watching. Lego has already been jacking prices up. If you haven't noticed, I'm sure you're going to notice even more soon. They have been raising prices on a lot of different things here lately. They had I want to say it was January 1st, they basically had a 10% increase on all prices. And I think what's going to happen with them streamlining the stuff like this, because as I stated in that news video I just posted, and why aren't you going? There you go. As I stated in that news video I just posted, they are going to be trying to, because currently, like, let me just throw stuff out there as examples. If you go and look for a white brick, the white bricks are really cheap, but then the gray is like a penny more. Sand green is like 3 pennies more, so on and so forth. You got anywhere from like 7 cents all the way up to 14 cents a piece just for a 1x2 brick. And what Lego's saying is they're going to standardize that and make it one price, so you're not always paying different prices. Here's what I think they're going to do is they're going to say we have 20 different colors of this particular brick. We go from anywhere from 7 to 14. They're going to say, okay, out of 20, 7 to 14, we're going to say our average is 9 cents a piece. And that's how they're going to leverage it out. They're going to charge a middle of the road price, so now it doesn't seem so high on these, but these just went up a little. And I think they're going to find, well, I know they're going to find that they're going to make a lot more money doing it that way, because obviously we're all Lego junkies and we're going to buy it. It's quite simply what it boils down to. So I think they're going to make a lot more money in the long run. And, you know, kudos to them. You know, that's what they're in the market for, so I don't blame them. I'm all for capitalism. It's sad that something that's already as expensive as Lego is about to go up even higher. Hello, Gary McConnell. I hope, or thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for being part of the stream, my friend. Mandy Sanders, I love the Lego Army Builder stuff. I just haven't really tried to buy any of it yet, but I plan on buying a ton of Star Wars sets this year to try and make myself have a much larger army. I have always been a Star Wars nut, and I have to say, with a lot of the different Star Wars sets, as far as the troop packs and whatnot, that have come out this year, and I am messing up over here. I'm personally very excited about them, and I'm probably going to buy, for the first time in a very long time, more Star Wars sets this year than I have bought anything else. Because I am, and this is my opinion, I'm personally less and less impressed with the city sets, and I'm more and more impressed with Star Wars and then like the Lego Friends sets. I think you have much more variety and better sets available in those two particular themes right now out of any other theme that Lego currently has out and available for anybody. But, I mean, maybe things will change. We will see. It's just currently I feel like the city line is being more and more geared towards, we'll say, 3 to 6 year olds, and the friend sets and whatnot are geared towards a slightly older audience, and they have a much larger variety of colors and sets and stuff that are available. Well, of course Lego has the monopoly on Lego. There are other products, though, and other companies that do sell stuff. And I'm not that much of a Lego snob that I won't try other pieces. My problem is out of the few different companies I have tried, none of them feel as good as Lego. The quality of Lego, to me, is superior to any other brand that's out there. And a lot of it's probably just quite simply because I'm just used to playing with it, because that's what I've messed with my whole life. But I do feel that they still have the best quality product out there. Although, because I have a member that buys a lot of what we lovingly call Flago, off-brand Lego, fake Lego, Bricklink, Illinois, which I know is still in the chat here somewhere, and he's been showing me a lot, and I mean a lot, of really very extremely interesting sets that they have been coming out with lately. And I've even had him on as a guest just to kind of show off some of his fake Lego sets. He buys them from a couple different companies, and I have to say the design quality, and he says that the part quality is very good. I haven't tried any of them yet. I do intend on it, but he says the quality of the pieces is very equivalent to Lego. And these are not your typical off-brand garbage. These are companies like Blue Bricks, I think, is one of the companies that he is actually purchasing stuff from. And they actually are packaged in packaging, in boxes, with printing, in the whole 9 yards. So they are more streamlined, I guess would be a good way to put it, for being sold in stores. And why does... No, that's okay. That is what I wanted. Okay. So that goes there. And I need one more. There we go. But the more that I see Bricklink build and show us in my Discord group what all he has been buying and building, the more I am wanting to take a dive down that alley and kind of play with him a little bit. My biggest problem, I guess you could say, with the off-brand markets would be quite simply this. At least not that I've seen anyway. I've never seen where you can just go and buy an off-brand Lego part. I'm sure there is some places out there. I've just never personally seen it. And if a company could make a quality piece like Lego does and make it available for sale where you could buy pieces just like at the Pick-a-Brick websites or whatever, I think that they would give Lego a run for their money, because then people would be able to buy. Because I always find it odd that all these other companies, and they're selling in the U.S. and everything legitimately as well, like I'll give you a good example, would be like Mega Bloks, how they are able to purchase or sell all these different sets at such a lower cost than what Lego actually does. And to me, that just shows me that Lego is personally marking it up. That or their QO quality control and everything costs them so much money because their quality is so good. But there are a lot of off-brand companies out there, and I'm always surprised at how cheap that they can sell stuff in comparison to Lego, which gives you the opportunity and the thought process of wanting to try and buy those. It's just, I wish you could, like I said, I wish you could buy the parts in bulk, so I could just say, hey, I want to buy 1,000 white bricks. Let me see how they work for a building. But I've never seen that ability anywhere. And I totally agree, Shane. They are definitely going back to kid-type sets. And I've been missing a lot of comments, so let me come back and look at a few of these. Mandy Sanders says, I just ordered my biggest Pick-a-Brick order ever, and congratulations. Welcome to Bevanizing. Peter Wojcicki was talking to Macro, says, yep, they were saying earlier that it scares me they will use this to raise prices. And that personally, that is all I feel they're going to be doing with this new rollout that they're doing. Trying to figure out, there was a term I had in my head, and as quick as it went in my head, it went out. Their new model. There you go. Their new model for selling stuff. I am personally concerned that that is all it's going to be. Is it's going to be a way for them to jack prices up and gouge the consumer. But I'm hopefully optimistic. The thing that I would recommend doing, and I know I'm personally going to do it myself anyway, is get some screenshots of the prices of the pieces as they are currently priced. So, because it's amazing how quickly we all, or at least I will, forget what the original prices were. And you need to get those screenshots before the 23rd, because that is when the site is going to be disappearing. But if you get those screenshots, you will have a very, very, very good way of comparing what the prices were before the site went down and what the prices are when they come back. I think we're all going to be quite shocked at how high the new prices are going to be. And I hope I'm wrong. I really, really do. But that's just kind of my thought on it. I think we're all going to be a little shocked at the new pricing. Blue Bricks does have a Pick-a-Brick site, Bricklock. I was not aware of that. Now, have you been on that site at all, Bricklock, and checked out their prices at all to see? I mean, is it considerably cheaper? Is it worth trying to purchase their bulk pieces when you compare them to the price of bulk Lego pieces? Because you are my Flago expert. You are the one that buys it all and talks about it in our Discord group. So I always have to rely on your information, my friend. But like I said, if you're talking like half the price of Lego parts, I might actually try and buy some of that and do a building. Hey, John Garrett, how are you, my friend? Welcome, or hello to New Jersey. And a 1 and a 2. There we go. Okay, you have to buy a lot because of the shipping to make it worth it. Okay, well, that's fair enough, though, because that is coming from the UK, if I'm not mistaken, correct? If you were to purchase from them? Asking, not telling, because I personally am not sure at all. Like I said, you are my Flago expert. I love that name. I don't know why I love saying Flago. I think it's hilarious. I really like the sound of it, though. Flago. It's Flago. I can tell you from all the official words that I've seen, no, it will not be cheaper for VIP. They're not going to charge for VIP, but they are going to be charging a subscription service that's coming out here extremely soon. But the benefits of the subscription service is what we were talking about earlier in the stream, which is they're going to give you access to old retired sets. The question is they don't say what old retired sets, and that monthly subscription fee is only $5. It's also going to give you early access. To me, the subscription model sounds like the VIP program, and I'm wondering, because I'm cautious to say this, because if Lego hears me, they might get the bright idea and do it. But I'm almost wondering, because the way that they've kind of described their new $5 monthly experience, their new monthly subscription fee, I kind of get the feeling or opinion, if you will, that they might disband or get rid of the VIP service and replace it with the $5 monthly subscription service. And to me, that would suck. Something I do know that they're going to be doing, and they already basically do this anyway, with bricks and pieces you were charged $2 and something, but with any and all part orders for the future, what they're going to be doing is making it to where if you buy a certain quantity, the shipping will be free. So my guess would be, and I'm just throwing a number out there, this is not an official number, my guess is going to be that Lego will be making a purchase quantity of like $35, just like their sets, on their pick-a-brick orders, and they'll make the shipping free. Again, that is just speculation on my behalf. I don't want anybody to think that that is an official number. If it gets successful, Paulbot, I totally agree with you that I think it would go a lot higher if it's successful, but we have yet to see what they're doing with it just yet. And John Hart, hey, how you doing? Peace to you, my friend. Berkeley Bricks says hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day, and hello to you, my friend. I am doing great. I hope you're well as also. Mandy Sanders says, will you informational make video of the price increases? Yes, that will be my point in doing that, is because I quite simply want to make a video if I do discover that, and be able to show proof of what exactly those price increases are. I'm not going to do it for every single piece, because I mean they already have 1,000 or 1,200 pieces, something like that, on their website currently right now. But what I'm just going to try and do is just kind of do a general scan and do a bunch of screenshots of a lot of their part orders. And so hopefully when the new site rolls, I'll be able to say, hey, oh yeah, it was a 20% increase there, or oh, it's a 25% increase. And thank you so much, Eccentric Bricks. Eccentric Bricks just donated $5. That was super awesome of you. Thank you, my friend. Gary McConnell says, thank you to Macro Bricks, and I must have missed a comment somewhere for what Macro was saying to somebody. So I apologize if I missed any comments, my friends. Shane Hart says, LOL, Lego is watching or listening to us. That'd be cool. Or they flip it on us and go the other way. Lego's never going to go cheaper, so you ain't got to worry about them going the other way. Steve said the 500 bricks I ordered had free shipping. When you're ordering, see, it depends. When you're ordering from Pick-a-Brick, it's free shipping, but currently the way that the websites are set up, if you're ordering from Bricks and Pieces, it's, at least for me, any order I've ever made was always $2.35 for every single order I ever made. Pick-a-Brick orders I've always had were free. Absolutely, I agree with that statement. And on to bag number 10. You know, it's funny because most people, when they make an order from Lego, they try to keep it around $20 or so. And here I always feel like a fool because I struggle to keep anytime I make an order under $200. But it's because I'm always ordering like you, Steve. If I order something, I always order big numbers. And it's because it's like, if I want it, I want a bunch of it. I don't want just a few pieces. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. Shane Hart says, I'm in a Lego group. I can get anything I need through there. Yeah, but you can only get it once a year, and you can only buy a maximum of $250. If you're referring to a lug, at least that is my understanding of everything I know. I know the lug prices are very good, but I do know you are limited to a maximum of $250 from the experience that I know from lug groups anyway. And that is locally here in Michigan and 2 other places as well. I don't want to say because I don't want to say who they are. But again, yes, being in a Lego lug could help. But for the quantities that I like to purchase on a pretty much regular basis, lug bulk, I mean, it would be great to have lug bulk every year, even if it is only $250. But I want way more parts than they're going to let me have. So I would still have to make purchases every year. And then again, my problem is all the different requirements. Every lug is different. Every lug has different rules. Each state, each lug, it's all depending upon the person that is the president of that particular lug. Some lugs charge a monthly fee. Some lugs charge a yearly fee. Some lugs don't charge anything at all. But it just all depends on the different lug that you are in. With parts, you always, to find out costs, the only thing I can tell you is you have to physically check yourself. Because I personally, if I'm buying a large quantity of something, I generally look first. I know a lot of prices kind of off the top of my head to a certain degree, so I don't have to look back and forth too much. Generally, if I'm shopping on Bricklink, if I see a price that I think is exceptionally cheap, it's because I already know it is, and I'm just gonna be insane and buy it. Just jump at it and go for it. Yes, like those dark green windows I purchased. I bought them in a very large bulk quantity. I got those cheap though. Those green windows that I have, I think they were only 13 cents a piece. I bought them when they should still be available on the Lego Pick a Brick or Brick and Pieces website. But I made 2 orders of each, so that way I could have 400 of both. And I bought those when they were available on the website. And like I said, they to me were extremely cheap, and I thought they were a good price. And because I know that is a high demand part, and it's a part that typically if you go on Bricklink, it's going to be like 36 to 46 cents a piece, especially when you're looking at quantities that I'm wanting to buy. That's why it's cheaper in that particular situation to buy from Lego directly. But every piece and every situation is always different. It's never the same. There is no like quick cut, easy answer. It just always depends on the quantities you're looking for. It depends on if you're going to be paying for shipping. It depends on so many different things, on whether or not you're going to get a good deal or not. That's why you have to be persistent and willing to constantly check. And it can be time consuming. I will be the first to admit that. It can be very time consuming to try and make sure that you're getting a good deal. But I think when you're buying in the quantities like I typically buy, it is worth the time to try and make sure that you are getting that good deal. Oh, that sounds awesome, Shane Hart, about the extra guy in the group. Kip Hoffman said, here's the trick that he's heard that some do. They get VIP cards for each family member and register them in their lug so they can use their lug bulk spots. Yes, but see, it depends on the lug group. And that's what I mean. Like where I'm at, that's not something that's capable because... And I'm sure Steve can confirm this with me because I know he used to be in the Mish lug. With the lug that's by me, every member, so every one of your family members that you're trying to enlist, so to speak, and be a member so you can buy more bulk, here in Michigan anyway, for the Michigan lug, you physically have to attend so many shows a year, so many meetings a year, and so on and so forth. You can't just have the person join unless they are willing to go to the shows and willing to go and sit and do all the different things, the requirements that they require for you. And that's why me personally, I've decided because I was going to join the Mishlug, kind of listened to it, hung out a little bit. Personally didn't care for it after I got to hear some of the stuff with it as far as the requirements, because I'm already extremely busy, especially having the YouTube, because this to me is more of a priority than me trying to get a little bit of a discount on parts now and then. But my time is already extremely spoken for between my job and then between my YouTube. So to me, it doesn't make sense to try and join a lug, at least not with the requirements that they have here in Michigan. Which parts were you talking about, though, Steve? What is the window number off the top of my head? You talking about this curved window? It is... Heck, I don't see it back here. Where's it at? This is 4542131. John Garrett said, you purchased some custom switches from Bricklink. They make a very nice product. I've never heard of Bricklink. I will have to check them. Oh, Bricklink. I'm sorry. I've never heard of Bricklink. I will have to check them out. And right there you go. Like I said, there's Steve confirming. You do have to attend. They changed them slightly, the requirements, Steve, but again, they're still kind of in line with what you're saying, because you do have to attend so many. I don't think you have to, they don't require you to attend every monthly meeting now, but part of the reason that some of those requirements have dropped is because of the current state of the nation. But they were telegrouping, I guess you could say, but they dropped the requirement so much with the meetings because not everybody could attend because of everything that's been going on, so on and so forth. But once everything starts back up, my understanding was you were going to have to attend so many shows. You have to participate with so many, I think they expected you to participate with at least one show a year as far as taking a display and having something displayed there or whatever. But either way, like I said, the requirements that they were kind of talking about, to me, because of the amount of time that I have available, to me, it isn't worth my time. It's not worth my time to have the hassle of trying to live up to somebody else's expectations. I would rather just buy the pieces outright and be done with it. CC, yes, like I said, and they are kind of the same way here in Michigan as well. But again, it all depends on, because I know like a lot of the people in my Discord, I'll give you an example, because the requirements all depend on the person that's setting it up. The person that's the president, we'll call it, of the group can determine what all takes place and what the requirements are. And every state, like I said, I know is different. But again, to me, because I like to have my own freedoms, and if I'm going to go to a show, it's going to be a show that I want to go to, when I want to go to it, and all that kind of stuff. I'll be the first to admit I'm a little goofy compared to what most people are. And what I mean by that is I don't like someone else to tell me what I have to do and when I have to do something. I'm going to do it when I want to do it. It's just, I'm just weird that way. And that's part of the reason why I've just never been a big person on joining groups and such, because it's I want to do it when I want to do it, not when you're telling me I have to do it type of environment. So like when I go to Brick Fair, Virginia, it's because I'm making the decision that I want to go to Brick Fair, Virginia, not because somebody's telling me I have to go, just so I can be part of their group. But again, just kind of my feelings on it. Yeah, I'm up very late for a work night, but I got such a late start because I was trying to get that video up that I thought, what the heck? I'm surprised my wife ain't yelling at me already. Which I told her I was going to stay out here till 10. It's 10 now. I'm going to try and finish this bag, though, first. Because I am determined to get bag number 10 done. Because I am almost there anyway. One man wolf pack. I don't do lugs. Cheap parts okay. But I'll find them cheap anyway. Is that what you're saying? How you are, Macro? It's like I said, I agree with you. I'm the same way. I can find my cheap parts when I want to find them. I'm totally with you. And take care, Berkeley Bricks. We will see you soon, my friend. John Garrett says injection mold. They have an assortment of straight track. Okay. I will have to check them out, because if they're injection molded, because a lot of the off-brand stuff that I see is not injection. I think that injection molding would be a much better product than a lot of people are trying to sell stuff that's 3D printed, and I've seen some examples of the 3D printed stuff. And I'll tell you personally, I think it's garbage, the stuff that I've seen that was 3D printed. I don't like the quality. I don't like the look. I don't like the feel. It's not something, if I know somebody's selling I don't care if it's a retired piece that's no longer made or what, if it's a printed piece, late whatever, I'm having a brain cramp apparently, but if it's one of those printed pieces, I want nothing to do with it, because I've already seen and experienced some of them, and I'm just personally not happy with it. I don't like the printed parts. So if it's injection molding, that's how Lego does their pieces, is injection molding. I would imagine it would be a much better quality part than that 3D printing stuff, because I'm thoroughly not impressed with the 3D printed parts. And I'm about to sneeze my head off, so excuse me if I do. I will try and turn away from the camera. Trying to suck it in. When I sneeze, I always sneeze at least 4 or 5 times in a row. That's like my minimum. I love this sign, El Cabo Fine Art. I don't know, something's got my nose going. That's the nice thing with the, because I know FX Bricks is supposed to have some really quality parts as well, John. And that's the nice thing about a lot of those companies, is that they do, they have a variety of different angled curves, which makes them extremely cool. Because with the wider curves, it makes the train track look so much more realistic. Especially if you're one of the people that really likes to build. Because I know me personally, because I'm using Lego Track, I stick with a 6-wide train car, 6-wide trains and all that, because it, to me, anything bigger than 6-wide doesn't look right on Lego Track. But if you're buying like FX Bricks or like that company that you're talking about, that can work, because those actually do look good. The wider trains look good on that wider track, because when you're trying, if you build a large train and use the standard Lego Track, what generally ends up happening is here's your curve, and then your train, as it goes around the curve, is actually hanging out, and it's not under the track is not under the train, and it just gives a real funky look. So if you want to go big trains, you basically have to buy the aftermarket tracks. I am an electrician by trade, Gary McConnell, and I still work as an electrician every day. And hi all, how you doing, Adams? Aussie Adams, I hope you're doing well, my friend. And thank you so much for the plug. Tricks Bricks, yes, there you go. That's the one I was trying to think of. John Garrett. Macro says, we be global, corner to corner is they're corners on a globe. I don't know, but we be there. Unfortunately, no, there's no corners on a globe, but I'm definitely picking up what you're laying down, Macro. Oh, is that what it is? It could be. I guess it could be coming through the screen there, Bricklock. Like I said, I just have allergy issues all the way around, so it doesn't really matter. A lot of things trigger me in the allergy department, sadly. And this is a technique that I have seen used many, many times. And I really like this particular technique for a palm tree. I don't like, however, how they did the top of the palm tree, but I don't think I have enough pieces to do what I think would make the palm tree look better. I'm going to have to do a video and kind of show everybody. I know I have the toilet pieces, but I don't know if I have enough of these to do what I think is a fantastic looking palm tree. Aussie Adams says he's doing well, got sticky nacho fingers. Yes, like I said, John, it's a must. If you're doing the 8 and 10 wide cars, you gotta have those wide curves, because to me they don't look right if you don't do them. They look very wrong. Macro must be a flat earther. Well, I guess if we're talking about corners of the earth, I guess we can say he's a flat earther. I don't think he's a flat earther though. No, she hasn't yelled at me yet. Like I said, I already told her I was staying out till 10, and I know it's after 10, but I'm just trying to finish this bag. Trying to keep my momentum and stream every day and finish this bag. How many build plates do you need for a Lego city? It all depends on the size of your city. I can't give you a generic number for that, because it depends on how much space you have. Just remember that each 32 stud by 32 stud is 10 inches by 10 inches. So figure out how many different, or how many 32 by 32 base plates you're going to use, and how big is the area you're going to be doing it in, and that's how many base plates you need. Like I said, though, that's really not a number I can just kind of throw out at you. That's something you have to kind of figure out on your own. I'll give you an example. Take a 30-inch table by a 60-inch table. So 30 by 60, that means it's 3 plates across by 6 plates in length. Multiply the 3 times the 6, and that's how many plates you need for that size of a city. I hope that makes sense anyway. And I'm sorry, it's 18 if you don't know what I'm saying. But again, it depends on what size you're going to build. And get on there. Get in my belly. Get in there. And you are not staying on like you should. There you go. For us. Excuse me. If that's all you can do is 9 plates, then I would say that is enough just to have a city display but no streets. If you're wanting to have streets, that really, my opinion, that would not be enough space to have Lego streets and buildings. But 9 plates, that's basically 9 modular buildings, to give you an idea, because each one of these is 32 by 32. I hope that makes sense. There you go. Like Aussie Adams said, it'd be plenty to do a city center. And again, it would be like 9. If you got 9 plates, you could put just a couple buildings. You could put a couple buildings in a row. Put a street in between some buildings to give it the look of having an alleyway or a street crossing out between it or something. But it's like anything. It's all about just making stuff work for your space. So if that's all you have, that's all you have. One of the things that I always tell people is if you want to have a city and you don't have space, I always recommend to people, build up. Put some stuff on a wall. To me, that is like the perfect way to have a city and be able to go big, is put up some shelves. Again, that's just kind of my thoughts on it, but there's always ways to make space if you really want the space bad enough. Get that there. It just all depends on how bad you're willing to do it all. And see, Kip Hoffman just had the same idea I had, which was shelving, or shelves. Because they sell, I believe Amazon still sells them. It's like those little white cabinets. They're very cheap. At least they used to be. I haven't priced them in a very long time. I had some in my basement once upon a time for putting a lot of my stuff on. But you could usually get them for around $38 a piece. And those particular cabinets that I'm talking about, I think they were 22 inches in width on the outer edge. On the inside edge, they would be like they were just 21 inches, I think, if I remember correctly. So they were just good enough that you could put 2 plates on each shelf, or you could put a couple different builds on each shelf. Each cabinet had like 4 shelves in it, plus you could use the top of the cabinet as a shelf. So there's a lot of different ways. You just got to kind of think out of the box if it's really something you want to do, and just think about how you can get that set up and make it happen for yourself. And get in there. Now this is a piece I have not seen in a very long time. I love these pieces though. I think the last time I saw that piece was on Market Street. The Market Street set. Very nice. Very nice. It's nice. It's nice. And we got to put that piece there. It's a nice little unique handrail. And then there's our little bits of extras. And yes, building with multiple levels to me, it's a great, because then you could even just kind of throwing ideas out there. I know I've said this to many people on other streams, because people usually ask about the size of displays and such. I always recommend to people buy a piece of one, excuse me, buy 1 or 2 pieces of, like, say 2x12, because the actual dimension of a 2x12 is actually typically 11.5 inches in width, so it gives you a little bit of play for your builds and whatnot. But what you could do is, if you put, say, 2 shelves, and depending on how long on a wall you have, say you have an 8-foot wall or whatever you want to do, a 90-inch wall or a 90-inch space that you can put a shelf on, because that would give you 9 builds, 9 city buildings. And then what you could do on the level below that, you could make like an underground type cavern thing, and then you could go another level below that and kind of do like Minecraft stuff, like they're in the middle of the earth or something. Or just gotta, like I said, just gotta think out of the box. Well, there you go. Shane Hart says he has no room, so his whole bedroom floor became Lego City. All the way up to his bed. He had like half a foot of room to get into his bed from the ground up, not on the table. Just to kind of throw another idea though out, Shane, another thing that you could do is just get a flat piece of wood. It can just be like a little 1/4-inch piece of plywood or aluminized wood, something smooth, and get it cut to the size of your bed. And that way, anytime you want to play with a Lego City or build with a Lego City, because most beds have about 10 to 12 inches of space between the bottom of the bed and the floor, you could slide your Lego City under your bed, and when you want to play with it, you can slide it back out. Kip Hoffman, yes, I've seen some awesome scenes. Yes, that's another way. Underground subway scene, absolutely. And then Aussie Adams agrees. He does a lot of stuff under his bed as well. There you go. And Steve's giving you ideas right there for shelving. Okay, it's because it's extremely late for me, guys, and I need to get to bed for work in the morning. So on that note, I am going to roll that beautiful bean footage, so that way I can make sure that everybody that has donated during the stream gets credit where the credit is due, as I like to do on all my streams. I'm hoping I will start at a more reasonable time tomorrow so I can stream a little longer. But anyway, I want to give a very special thank you to Macro Bricks, the Rain Man. I also want to give a very special thanks to Brick Sergeant, Brett Ucker, and Eccentric Bricks, all for your amazing donations. But again, I want to give a very special thank you to Macro Bricks for making it rain, because that was so cool to give 8 donations in a row like that. Very, very kind, my friend. Anyway, though, like I said, I have to get to bed. It is way past my bedtime. So, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. And hopefully I will be on and streaming tomorrow around 7 p.m. So, good night, everybody, and God bless.